Okay, I know. My timing is a little wonky right now. Reason is being I just now actually got home. Apologies. I was running a little late behind schedule because, well, I was visiting my friend, my BFF, and she got a new puppy, and I'm a crazy animal lover, especially when puppies are in the equation. So I kind of begged to stay a little 10 more minutes, and my sister was with me, and she begged also. So we did. So we had to do that, and then we had to drop her off, and it turned out to be later, around almost 8 when we actually left. So yeah, and we talked to my mom when we dropped her off. So now it's 9, and I'm behind schedule. So second thing is I currently have only gotten 4 new readings, or 4 actual new stories that are on the list if you're clicking on my Wattpad. Also, I think, I don't know if I'm going to be doing Deering, or if there's like a quiet time after this video, it's me putting in the links. Again, I just now got back, so I hadn't had time, and I needed to stay on schedule. So yeah. But there are some books that I hadn't had time to actually or remember to put into the categories of books I've already did a review on. I'm a BFF. BF. Hold on a sec. No. Sorry, just making sure my bench is working. But there's, as I was saying, there's some books, that I didn't had time to actually put in the reading list. That, and I think sooner or later, I might have to make another one. Sorry, me and my boyfriend are texting. Hi, Dante, good. I love you. One sec. So I'll have to figure out what I can do. And if not, I could probably make a Word document, hopefully make a Word document, with all the titles of the stories, and I'll look them up then. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm trying my hardest. Also, I'm celebrating a little bit because I've reached, surprisingly, I don't know why, almost about 100 or so subscribers. And I'm appreciative of you guys for doing that. Again, I asked why because I jibber jabber too much, like I'm doing right now. I could be working right now, but you know me. But I'm happy you guys are actually taking time to watch my videos, especially the authors, because these authors are, again, like I always say, amazing. Also, so I actually came up with when doing review rules, and I actually have it right here. Also, Wattpad users, if you saw me notify you guys that are following me on Wattpad, I made up a list of couples. And those lists are basically the stories I probably wouldn't read. But if I put a parentheses around it, it means that, and I said I would make exceptions for male character XOC. If the stories were good, that means those would be the ones that I would read. I usually, like I always say, I mainly read fan fictions that are based with OCs. So, but before I keep jibber jabbering for too much, which I probably am already doing right now, as you can tell, let's get started. So, as always, like I said in my last video, I will be having rules. Rule number 1, I will always, as I said before, if ever I make an exception, usually review completed stories. Never, like, updated or haven't been, unless I make exceptions, and I have made exceptions for certain authors, because of the story, like I always say, if the story is really good. So those are the exceptions. Also, if I like the quality. Rule number 2, certain pairings will or will not, if they're really good, be reviewed because I usually do, as I said, male character XOC. I will, as always, make exceptions if the character X character stories are really good. And I will spat off the list. It's not really long. It's about 60 character couplings. Shouldn't take long, just to get it out. But remember, I mainly focus on male character XOC stories. Rule number 3, I will repeat, I do not do one-shot stories. It's not against authors or anything. I'm not pinning them down. It's just I can't handle one-shot stories because they are so short. And I know they may have written for a long thing, but I like having chapters. I don't know why. I just like it because that's what I grew up reading, chapter books. Hello. I mean, it's just me. Finally, rule number 4. This is probably a different rule y'all probably wouldn't understand if you were not a Wattpad user, but no offense to authors out there, I do still like your stories. It's just I have this little pet peeve where I can't handle this. I don't like when authors use like your name, your hair color, like the Y/N things in their stories. Because I like when the author creates their own character for source of imagination, like their personality. It's just how I feel because I can't put me in there because I have multiple characters that I've made of myself. Flarity, Setsuki, Kana. I have a lot of personality with names that I just can't put that much effort into trying to imagine my character. And so I like when people have made their own character with their names or some random person. I like that. So I don't read those. Even if they're really good, I can't make exceptions for those because those just get to me. They just get to me. But yeah, so those are the rules. I will, as always, repeat these rules in every freaking video. So if I get annoying, please understand why. So like I said, we may have to wing it on some of these. I do have some that I have read. I'm reading one currently. I'm trying to read one. Also, if you don't know my Wattpad username, it is Miss Cutie Shy. It's always been and always will be. Why is that gotta talk while I'm talking here? Boo. Also, if you want to know who did the background, I did that. Took freaking forever. And I, sadly, can't create it again because it disappeared. Boo. Who is me? My phone vibrating. What? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's very last oh, someone commented. The person who commented on my live stream. Sorry, I couldn't actually see it yet. Oopsie whoopie. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Just for myself. Let's see if it works for me. I'm gonna mute myself, obviously. Okay, so let me just see. Chatos? I don't know if that's what you meant. Sorry. Mine's me. Okay. Okay, so my notes. So let's get this started before I lose my freaking mind. Just kidding. I've already lost it. Not really. Okay, actually, yeah. Okay, so this is my area here. Yeah, also, just for you guys out there, Dating Mr. Mogul, I did a review on it, has been updated. And it's already book 2, not book 1. Also, so has Angel Twist, Married to the Prince of Darkness. It's at chapter, I think, maybe 40 something. 47, I think we're at. Also, Angel Twist does an update for that every Sunday, so to let you know. Wait. I need to turn my buzzing freaking thingy off. Thank you. Sorry. But so, okay, so let's get this reviewing working. If this goes a little longer, it's because, again, like I said, I was a little slow. So, I think I stopped after this one. Also, Aaron Foster's book 3, Downfall of the Obi-Wan Kenobi XOC romance, I think has stopped or just stopped being completed. So there's only 2 books completed. Just letting you know. I know I didn't review. So there's some here that I hadn't reviewed, but I will do a review. I probably did some, but I just am lazy. Yes, you're right. There's a Chucky one. Okay, yes, I will do that one. Okay. Hush comments. Which one else did I not do that I could do also before I forget? Let's think. Where is it? I also convinced Little Bird to continue working on Wishing for You because I'm a big fan of the Genie story. So there's some anime ones that I will do. I haven't completely finished reading, but I am reading. So if I could find it, hey, where are you? Boop, 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 boop. Did you feel the music? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. So let's actually start with this one. Can't click. So hold on a second. So as I said, please feel free just to look at this first. Well, not look what I'm working on, but looking at the title. I have to hit the enter button. Smart me. School book. Whenever I put in the links, they are in order of, review. So, that you know. So yes, there will be stories that aren't completed. And I know I said I would not do those, but I said I would make exceptions. And I do. I will also later on put in my link to my page if you want to, but I don't know. So this first book is called Feel the Music. This is actually a family opera story. I've read it. It's already like up to current. I think maybe up to current. Yeah, I read up to current so far. Let me just pull it up on my phone because I need to. Where are you? Where are you? It's almost there. There. I think this one does kind of follow the plotline kind of to family opera. I don't know. I think so. But it's called Feel the Music. It's currently right now 16 chapters. It's gotten almost 4,000 reads and 350 votes. As I said, it's ongoing, but it's by Fandom Junkie 22. I love the name and I love your picture. You're so cute. I also love the cover. It is really good. Now for this story, we're actually going to be following a girl, an Irish girl named Phoebe Callahan. Love that last name, by the way. It sounds so amazing. Who has recently moved to Paris with her younger sister, Sorcha. If I'm saying that right, fandom. I hope I'm saying that right. And so she moved to Paris with her sister, and they are now joining the Paris Opera, Opera Populaire. And that's like, if you don't know what the Opera Populaire, I can't talk. Opera Populaire is, it's the setting where the Phantom lives, basically. My phone just turned itself off. Good job, phone. So they go into Opera House as the new sign language interpreter. Now, sign language is basically for people who are deaf or maybe can't even speak, but mainly for the deaf because they can't hear. And it's sometimes people, mainly it's genetic, I think, or it can also just occur when you might listen. It's just some problems with the hearing, really. Like Dancing with the Stars, if you actually watch that, there is a deaf person. There's a guy who's dancing really good, but he's deaf and he can't hear music. He can talk, but he just can't speak because he can't hear anybody else talk, so he doesn't really want to talk. So he has an interpreter with him, always. Oh, we have another date to Married to Prince of Darkness. Woohoo! But continuing on, now coming on as a new sign language interpreter, which would be amazing for this state and the setting they're in, she suddenly runs into Eric, who you don't know who Eric is. He's the infamous opera ghost from the opera. He hears her beautiful singing, almost kind of like what he does with Christine, and immediately desires to improve her voice to perfection. And he shows her his world of music, but it's a little harder with Phoebe than it was really with Christine, because the problem is she's deaf, just like her parents and just like Sorcha, who is deaf and deaf-blind. Now, Phoebe is like any other deaf girl. She's proud of her deaf identity and always will be. She doesn't feel like it's gonna put her down or get to her. She opens Eric up to her world and the beauty in the deaf culture, and Eric will get a new perspective to the world. And just so you know, this story has fairly accurate facts about deaf culture, and it gives the reader a perspective of what it's like to be deaf and how they think. And so she has tried to be as accurate as possible and always welcomes new ideas and suggestions. So, yeah. Also, if you have the app, you will find that Wattpad's also adding in social media or the media to the stories, which is cool. I like it so far. It's really good. I like how Phoebe just hates how people think just because she's deaf, she is fragile, and also treats Sorcha like that. And I like the moments because it reminds me of, oh shoot, what was that lady's name? Anne or something, I think. Can't remember her name. She was deaf and blind, I think. She had this teacher who would sign using her fingers and spell out with her using her palm. I can't remember her name. She was amazing. Like way back in history. Shoot, what was her name? But like that. I especially love how it kind of also relates to me because she has a little sister, and always willing to take care of her. I'm willing to take care of my sister. Even though I don't show it, I am always willing to help take care of my sister. It just also, I like how she shows the bond that she has with Sorcha. And that's a really amazing bond. feels, that feels, that feels. It's in there. Okay, so back in there. Woohoo! Okay, next story, next story. Let's pull up the next story. Boop. Let's see. I got it. Hi. Sorry. I had you on there. I don't know why I whistled there. Sorry. I really don't actually know why I did that. I need to calm down. Yes, I see Markiplier's. I know. Did I do a review on Struck? Probably didn't. Probably haven't, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Let me actually look on the videos I've done. I have a whole list of them. Doesn't look like I did. No, I guess I didn't. No, I probably didn't. Yeah, there's some stories here even I forgot to do. Congrats to me. Great job, me. I need to stop saying that. Boop. Sorry, people. I'm trying to find. There's one I also really wanted to talk about, but I can't find it. Boo. I also found out recently Glitter Force was dubbed in English, and I did not know that. I like the Glitter Force. If you don't know what I meant by Glitter Force, I mean Smile Pretty Cure. I mean, come on. A really cute anime. Sad I only got one season. But that's like most, you know. It's like freaking most animes sometimes. Well, not all most animes. I shouldn't say that, or else I might get I have myself up there. I'm also trying to remember because some of these freaking covers get changed so much I forget. Did I read When I Fell? I don't know. I probably didn't do How to Be Queen. Did I do? Comment below if I actually did do How to Be. I've done How to Be. I don't think I did How to Be Queen. Unless there was like another book that had the same title. Doesn't look like I did. No, I guess I didn't. Okay, so this one. I actually like this book. I've actually read it twice. I'm not lying. I actually have read it twice. It's really good. So, like I was said, give me a minute. Admire that pretty cover. I'm certainly admiring it. Lying on my belly hurts. But does that change my mind? Or change how I'm gonna move or sit? No. I commend you. I bow to you, Aerith Sage. I bow to thee because it was a good book. Okay. So, next book. I think this is actually a series. I can't remember. But this book is called How to Be a Queen. It's Myths Finding Love, book number 1. I love love when myths are involved. It just makes it so much fun. For me, especially. Excuse me. It has 51 chapters. It has gotten so far almost over 7 million reads and 276,000 reads or votes. I'm tired. Okay, shush. It's by Eric Sage. I love you, Eric Sage. This book is so good. It's actually ranked in number 63 in the fantasy genre. All rights are reserved, so you can't take it. And that's a good thing. Number 63. I just also love your cover. It's so amazing. It's just so good. Now, this is going to be following the Stephanie Hades story. If you don't know the myth, please look up on YouTube. There's so many stories about it. It's basically like, if you remember, there's a statue called the Rape of Persephone. Yeah, basically that's what it follows. It follows where Persephone is the daughter of Demeter, who I can't remember. She was the goddess of a harvest or something. What the frick? I can't remember. But let me see if I can just give you let me just try to now. Yeah, here the story follows like the abduction from Hades. According to Greek mythology, Persephone, the queen of the underworld, was the daughter of Zeus and Demeter, the goddess of harvest and fertility. She was also called Kor or Korda, I can't remember how you say it, which means maiden, and grew up to be a lovely girl, attracting the attention of many gods. So basically, as the story goes, Demeter had loved her little daughter Persephone. They played together in the fields almost every day. Persephone always smiled at her mother. Demeter's heart always swelled like fully with happiness. I'm just telling you basically the story of, if you don't know about the rape of Persephone. Hades, who we all know is the king of the underworld, was a gloomy guy, as always, and he normally always hung out in the underworld. Well, one day, Hades had felt restless. He decided to take his three-headed dog, Cerberus, out for a chariot ride, I guess what they did. And his dog usually stood guard at the gates of the underworld, but Hades gave his pup a break every... So he took Cerberus and left a couple of spirits in charge. So Hades flew in his chariot up to Earth, and Cerberus ran around. So then the dog apparently ran up to a young woman, who that woman being the goddess Persephone. I'm probably reading the wrong version, really. I probably was. But so the mainly thing is Hades fell in love with Persephone for her beauty. Hold on. The thing is, Hades had other plans for Persephone. He would steal her innocence and virginity and turn her into a dreaded goddess of the underworld, his queen. Now, Hades, god of the underworld, had fell in love with Persephone and wanted her as his bride. Now, his brother Zeus had consented to their marriage, or at least refused to oppose it. But he warned Hades that Demeter would, of course, never approve of this coupling, for she would not want her daughter spirited off to like a sunless world, the underworld. And at Zeus's suggestion, or with his tact, I guess, understanding, Hades had resolved to abduct the maiden. Good job, Hades. He really impressed her mom. So the abduction and disappearance happened really swiftly, that even none of Persephone's companions had witnessed her kidnapping. And though she called out to them and plaintively called for her mother, no one really heard her pleas. So the earth opened up before Hades' chariot, and the god drove the jet black horses down into the chasm. As Hades and Persephone disappeared into the depths, the hole closed up behind them, and she was gone. Now, Demeter had soon tried to go and collect her daughter, but she didn't find Persephone. So, of course, being distraught and desperate, she searched high and low for her daughter, and she then traveled to the farthest corners of the earth, searching for, I think 9 days and nights without ever stopping to eat or drink or bathe or rest. So she was in such a fury. She destroyed lands, crops, livestock, as she just completely bawled to her loss of a daughter. And she threatened to make the earth barren forever and destroy it all mankind if she did not find Persephone. So on the 10th day, the goddess Hecate told Demeter that Persephone had been taken away, but she did not know by who. And the two goddesses had went to Helios, who is the god of the sun, who actually had saw everything that went down on earth. Helios told her what had happened, but also tried to persuade Demeter that Hades, as Zeus's brother and ruler of 1/3 of the universe, was not an unfit husband for Persephone. But again, Demeter, being the mother, a so deep-hearted mother, had refused to actually accept Hades as a suitable mate for her daughter, and enraged by the news of Persephone's abduction, and of course Zeus's possible complicity, she refused to return to Mount Olympus. Instead, she had roamed the earth in the guise of a mortal, forbidding the trees to bear any fruit and the earth to refuse to nurture the vegetables and herbs on earth. So after a full year of families that had plagued the earth, Zeus had finally had enough and realized if he allowed Demeter to persist, all of humankind would starve, and leaving no one to honor and make offerings for the gods. So Zeus sent a parade of gods and goddesses to Demeter to beg her to come back to Olympus and restore fertility to the earth. But Demeter had completely refused to budge until her daughter had stood by her side. So Zeus obviously had no choice. He had relented and promised to bring Persephone back to her mother. So, of course, Hermes, who was summoned by Zeus, had raced down to Hades to fetch Persephone. Hades shrugged complainingly and agreed to let her go. So Persephone had, this is a big thing, Persephone had not eaten anything, whether out of sorrow, loss of appetite, or stubbornness, ever since her arrival to Underworld. But before she left, Hades had urged Persephone to appease her hunger by eating a single pomegranate seed. Sadly, this apparent act of kindness was a complete trick. Anyone who tastes the food of Hades must remain in the Underworld. So, having been said, Rhea, the mother of Zeus, Demeter, and Hades proposed a compromise that her child reluctantly accepted. Since Persephone had eaten there, she had to dwell at least part of every year in the Underworld. Rhea suggested that Persephone spend 6 months, according to some 3 or 4, as queen of the Underworld, and the rest of the year with Demeter. So after all that happened, but that's basically it. But that's basically the story, that Demeter finally allowed that compromise. I'm sorry, I got way off track there. I just really also liked how she took that story of Persephone and Hades. I love that story of Persephone and Hades. But back to this book, that's kind of what the story of Persephone, or the rape of Persephone, or the kidnapping of Persephone, however you call it. But that does not really follow for this story. How to Be a Queen actually is basically saying, what if Hades had never actually met Persephone? What if he had been alone for millions and millions of years now, and had ruled the underworld all on his own? What if, since the so-called dawn of time, trying to find my book on my phone, It's really difficult. I sound like the Grudge. Hey, it was a Grudge. Sorry, I'm trying to find my on my phone. There it is. But like, what if ever since like the dawn of time, um, the god of the underworld still hadn't discovered like what love was? Well, that's where this girl comes in. Now, the three fates are the ones that in Greek mythology, I think it was Greek, were the ones that decided the fates of everyone and everything. But the three fates had wove it into their looms for one girl to be born, destined as Hades' queen and ruled the underworld by his side. Now we're following the story of Aerith. And all her life she had believed she was mortal, a terrible, unlucky, and cursed mortal. She was a klutz, uncoordinated, sloppy, unfashionable, nerd, a geek. Where only some of the words used to describe her. Those it's true. But she's always been an outcast, always had been bullied, never had a boyfriend, never even been kissed. We all go through that, Drew. Definitely far from being queen material. But she's gonna be soon tutored to become an Olympian goddess. She's tutored by the Olympian gods and goddesses themselves, and the best teachers throughout history whose souls had long now been belonged to the underworld. But this is kind of following her journey to fall in love with the great king and learn the biggest lesson on how to be a queen. So, also the credits for the cover goes to Fictionus. I like that name, Fictionus. Nice. I really liked it. And on the Wattpad, there is 29 medias. And you guys who are big Vampire Diaries fans, or whatever this guy's in, you guys are going to be very happy who is on who's playing Hades. Does the name Ian Somerhalder ring a bell? Also, Emilia Clarke, you can actually assign cast to the book characters, is playing yours truly. Also, y'all Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson fans? He's in this too. There's Harrison Ford. Got Johnny Depp as Dionysus. Scarlett Johansson as Amphitrite. Tom Cruise as Hermes. Mila Kunis as Artemis. Demi Moore as Hera. Sean Connery as Zeus. Interesting choice. Alex Pettyfer as Apollo. So on and so forth. All your favorite character actors. So yeah. Where are you? I like making weird noises with my mouth. That's not what she said. I probably just remembered when I said that. Sorry. I'm sleepy. Eh. Where is it? I think I might have done the long drive one already. Did I? Probably did. Where is it? Did I do Taming the Mafia? Is it? You know, my stomach hurts. Sorry. I'm just gonna read the ones that I have currently on hand before I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Sorry. There's Ask Sherlock. I remember that. Mon espion. Sorry, I had to yawn that time. I couldn't hold it in. Where is it? I hate having to look so slowly at my book. Or books. Whatever you call it. I have a lot of books right now. I just recognized. I just realized that. Should have realized that earlier. I'm slow. I'm gonna read the next book actually that goes to the how-tos by Earth Sage, because this one kind of follows up, but it's like book 3. Book 1 and 2 actually follow the story of this one with Aerith and all. I think it deals with her kid or something. I can't remember. But so I'm just gonna stick on this one. But there's a book called How to Reform a Rake. That meaning like a guy who always cheats constantly. How to reform a rake. Oh, we all wish that too. I'll tell you now, it has reached 2.5 million, almost 3 million reads. And it has 130,000 stars. I'm reading on my phone here, and has been voted. That's how many times it's been voted. 130,000 times. Again, it's by the same author. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like, but I also like it. I'm still currently reading it. It's really interesting. Zeus is so pitiful in the story, though. Personally, I love Hera's strong, personality. Rockin' it. Probably shouldn't say that because I'm 20. I shouldn't have said that. I really shouldn't. So here's how to reform a rake. Yeah. But as I was saying, it's 40, I think, 45 chapter story, if I'm right. Yeah, it's 45. It's gotta be. It's also a really good story. It's really interesting. I really liked it. I really do. And it's still ongoing. I think it was last updated back in March on 25th. It's ranked number 100 in the fantasies. But this now is following the story of Zeus and Hera. Now, rake is the old term. It says right here. It's the old term for a player. So all you guys out there that are a player, you guys are rakes. That didn't make it any better. Sorry. But now, if you haven't known, for years and years and years, millions of years, the Queen of the Gods has to put up with her philandering, arrogant, conceited, and pretty much uncaring husband, Zeus, basically. I'm talking about Zeus. That guy will sleep about with anybody. She's became known as a jealous and vindictive queen, but turning your husband's mistresses into a cow? I would feel pretty justified. It was pretty justified. The girl deserved it. I'll just say that. But now, here's the big thing. What happens when the Queen of the Gods has reached the end of her rope? Now, Hera, the Queen of the Gods, who also happens to be the goddess of marriage, has decided she had enough. And she leaves Zeus and all of Olympus behind so that she can go to the mortal realm and experience a different kind of life. She reinvents herself and finally gets to do the things she has longed to do. she was finally free. But as they say, you don't realize what you have until it's gone. And Zeus, you had something, but you didn't realize it, and now that it's gone, you frickin' realize it right now. Now, Zeus, the king of the gods, wants Hera back in his immortal life. This time, he decides to turn all his charms to wooing his wife and gaining her back. But will Hera actually be his wife and queen again? I'll let y'all decide that. Another thing is, will she be able to change the set ways of the king of the gods and reform the rake in him, basically? Also the credits. She gives out credits to Dark League for the cover. I agree, Dark League, you have done a good job. Oh, well, here it says she hadn't updated March, ever since March. But it says she updated back in April of 2016. I don't know. Now, there's more. There's one called The Heart of a King, The Nine Realms, book number 2. How I Fell for Death. But yeah, How I Fell for Death is the second book. That also is pairing, I think, with How to Be a Queen. It'll deal with Thanatos. There's one coming out soon. It says How to Defy Fate. That'd be interesting. Oh, Air Sage has a magazine? I did not know that. So Air Sage has a lot of books out. And personally, I like this series. I do. My nose. Nose hurts. The next one is just now dealing in the anime. How many have I done? 3. Oh, I'm slow. I've only done 3 books. Well, I really need to stop talking so much. I'm tired also. These I'm going to come to next. Don't worry. We're going to get there. We're getting slowly there, but we're getting there. Three books. It's almost 10 o'clock. I don't know what's up with me. I question my sanity. Well, no, wait, no, we did. This is book number 5, because I remember I did the How to Reform a Rake. I'm sorry, I was counting wrong. Or was I? Wait, was it really? 1, 2. No. No, we're at book 4. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Okay. You can unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe to me now. You can unsubscribe now if you wanna. Cause I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm tired as hell. Now, this book is dealing with psychopaths. I have actually not seen Psychopaths. I haven't gotten to actually watch it yet. This is what happens when you don't have Funimation anymore. I know I have YouTube. That don't solve anything for me, basically. Now this is actually a really cool book. It's a 20-chapter story. It's almost 5,000 reads and 179 votes. It's called Bound by Fate. Psychopath Kogami X OC. I'm guessing Kogami is here. It's by Ries_M here. I like that, the avatar creator that they used. I love it too. Now, this is also going to have, I found this interesting quote here, is Irene Adler, the woman Holmes considered her the pinnacle of all women, intelligent, beautiful, everything he ever wanted. She was arguably the only woman he ever loved. I like this little thing. Suddenly, Kogami looked at me and his blue eyes blazing. Are you going to betray me? I like that. I love it. Be warned, though, this story takes place after Psychopaths 2 and does contain spoilers. If you haven't finished the second season and don't like spoilers, do not read the story. So just warning. fair warning. But it's been 3 years since Kogami killed Shogo Makishima and had disappeared. Now he's returned, but not for anything good. This time he's investigating the case of Mariko Otori, who is a former debutante who went missing 8 years ago. Now she's back and has caught Kogami's eye. But what will really happen when he discovers why she's finally returned to Japan? Will Mariko and Kogami be able to overcome their scarred paths, or will they be left brokenhearted and alone in their search for revenge? So far, I'm loving it. It's not, don't go bad, I'm loving it. Please don't, please. But I really am actually enjoying it. It's really interesting. And it really makes me want to actually go back before I try to read this and actually watch the show, because I am slow and stupid. And but those of you guys who like the Psychopath series, you will definitely like this book, I think. But if you're like a Kogami / what was that other girl's name? She actually joined the force, and on the first episode, what the frick is that girl's name? I thought there were gonna be a couple, but I guess I'm probably wrong. But so far, the story was actually really pretty interesting to me. Another interesting one. I'm actually going to start on going into the Hellboy. Yes, I have actually seen this movie. Weird how innocent. I'm not as innocent as everybody thinks. I have seen a lot of interesting movies. I hear the sound of unsubscriptions going on right now in my mind. But fear not, I like this movie. I liked Hellboy 2 mainly because of this pretty boy's face. How could you not like Nuada? Nuada is sexy, especially that training scene he has under the underground, under the streets of New York, or wherever the hell they're in. That bud. I did find some mistakes in the movie. I think I found some of the mistakes, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. So, haha. I think there's a second book. Is there a second book to this one? I can't remember. There probably was, and I'm just being. No, there probably wasn't. I don't know. But this is called The Shards of the Past. It's a Prince Nuada XOC story. It's by Poison Ivy _Ivy 99. Love the name, by the way. It has 40 chapters. It has almost 44,000 reads and almost close to 2,000 votes. It's a complete story, obviously. But we are going to follow we're going to follow this one girl whose name is Serena, I think is how I say it, Serena Bloom, with Hellboy. Now, she was adopted by Hellboy's also adopted dad. I don't want to go into discussing this because it's actually a quote from the story. But it takes place during and after Hellboy 2. So if you haven't seen the movie Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, you might want to check that out because it'll really fill you in. But basically this girl, I think she was a siren, if I'm correct, a princess. Her family was attacked, and her species was attacked, really. And she escaped, luckily, thanks to her mom, and was found by Hellboy's adopted dad. And so he took her in, and they've been like brother and sister ever since. And I think like 20 or so years later, they grew up and separated, though, due to some argument, I think, where Hellboy joined with the BPSD, I think was it called? I don't remember. And she has always watched over him. So I think one night she was trying to get a necklace back that was from her mother. That was part of the species that she was, a siren. From an auction. She got it, but Prince Nuada also attacked the auction. And they meet and talk. and they have a connection. And this story is just really good. I mean, I really like it. I really do. Um, it kind of also goes into the backstory of everybody, almost everybody, but mainly also like Cowboy and Serena herself. It hits a lot of feels. It hits a lot of feels. And you probably won't see a lot of Prince Nuwata Prince Nuwata X OC stories, really. So definitely check this one out. I really, really like it. So the next story is following an arranged marriage story. We're back into the arranged marriage stories. I don't know why I like those stories. They always get so interesting. I don't know why, but they do. Quote, there's also, hold on, there's also actually warning. A warning sound is going off in my brain right now. Boop. Story number 5. Story number 5. Going on to story number 5. As you can tell, I am tired. And I can't click. This story is called An Arranged Marriage. Man, I'm going to make his life a living hell. And she really did. She really did make his life a living hell. I will agree. But so an arranged marriage, man, I'm going to make his life a living hell, is by Love to Hate 13. Warning: this story does contain. I can't see where it is. Does contain graphic depictions of violence, sexuality, strong language, and/or other mature themes. So if you're not over the age of 18, please just skip this portion of the video, because I am covering 2 of the books. So this time I'm actually going to be covering a sequel. Yeah. Because I am lazy and actually haven't finished reading any other stories yet. Sorry. But this story has 52 chapters, has gotten 235,000 reads, and 5,300 votes, give or take. Now it's currently being edited. It might have been edited before, but I don't know. But the story is R-rated, but that's because for some reason it won't let her, it wouldn't let her change it back, and she's tried, and there's one little scene, but so the story follows a girl named Leandra, and her life has been turned upside down one too many times. It's like an hourglass that just stops working. You have to keep turning it. And she has learned to turn away from the world, knowing it's safer that way, until she gets the news that her parents have traded her freedom away for money. She has to go and marry some stranger so that her parents can keep the money their friends have lent them. Leandra has to fight from the marriage and other demons that are coming back from her past, ones that she thought she already had dealt with, obviously. And then there's going to be a book 2. I like the title so much, really. Also, there's a cast. Leonardo DiCaprio as Derek, Jeremy Sumpter as Gabriel, and Summer Halder as Lance, Hayden Christensen as Caleb, and Alex Merez as Antonio. I ain't gonna tell you who's who or what story is gonna really we're gonna be following, because I can't remember who plays Leandra. I don't think they have a character for her yet. But yeah, and now I'm gonna actually chart it off to our next story. Come on, book. No, I'm gonna hit continue. Don't let me hit continue. Where are you? Oh, there's Kelly right there. This is the next one. But now this one's the second book to it, which is called I Got Out of the Arranged Marriage, but Ended Up with This Child. It's shorter. It's about 35 chapters, give or take, and it has gotten 578,000 reads and almost close to 8,000 votes. Again, like I said, by the same girl, Kelly. Our girl, Kelly. Love you, Kelly. Sorry. I'm seriously tired. Now, Now, honestly, I'm probably just going to tell you she did run away from the marriage, but she couldn't get away from the child that was produced from that one night stand. Well, I wouldn't really call it one night stand, really, but now it's 5 years later, and Leander runs into Gabriel again. This time, she has a child with her. Now, she has to decide whether she wants to try the relationship again or keep Gabriel away from his own child. Not only that, but she has to fight through her new fame and the craziness that comes along with it. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy going on now. But we've all had some crazy experiences too. We all know. Again, this was kind of short notice. But so I'm now gonna take it over to our next story. It was just really fast because I'm still currently, I think I might have finished reading it, but I can't remember really. But I'm loving it so far. It's really getting really juicy. But on to our next little story. So far is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're almost done. Just 2 more to go. Sorry, I'm telling that to myself because I need to keep my peppiness up in the world. So this book I actually have completed. I don't think there's a sequel to it, but it's disgusting. It's an arranged marriage story. Once again, I don't know why I love it, but I do. It's by Sunny Leo 09. I like the word 09 there. It's 25 chapters. It's gotten 349,000 reads. I can't read either. And almost 7,000 votes. This book, also title song is a song by Kesha that she does not own at all. Rights go to her, and co-writing with Life X Angel. Now, this girl has an interesting name. She's called Americus. Yeah. I like the use of that name. It's really unique. But she doesn't believe in love, and she's had her heart broken 3 times, and each time was more painful than the next. So now she's being forced to believe in it and fall madly into it. Because Americus has an arranged marriage with the worst kind of guy who he's arrogant, he's rich, he's a cocky ass, and he's a player. I sorry a curse, but it's true. So the big question is, how is Americus going to get out of this? Is she going to fall for this guy, or is she going to run like hell? And if she does fall in love with him, is he going to hurt her just like the other 3 idiots? I'm not willing to say because it's, yeah, it's interesting. It's really good, though. I will tell you, it is really good. And it's also got a sequel. It's Just Give Me a Reason. That's its sequel. Am I going to review that yet? No, because why? Well, I actually haven't gotten there yet. On to a next one. It's a lucky story. But it's also dealing with arranged marriage, but it's a lucky story. I'm really tired right now. Being peppy is hard, okay? It's also tiring because you have to force yourself to be peppy at times if you really don't want to be, but you have to be. It's working. Kinda. But it's working. I'm not always like this, I swear. I'm not a deputy. No, bye. I put that on the wrong button. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna shut up and just start the review. So this story, it's a Loki story. I'm sorry, you viewers out there. Can you not even? You can't even see it. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Were you able to see the last ones? If not, I will go back and show them to you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I really actually don't know what happened. Sorry. Viewers out there, I apologize for my wackiness right now. It is true, though. So this is an arranged marriage. That's actually what it's called. But be warned, if you're not over the age of 18, please do not read this because the story may contain graphic depictions of violence, sexuality, strong language, and or other mature themes. And heck, yes, it does. I will say it gets a little steamy. It gets a little steamy. Most of those scenes, actually. Dang, Amaterasu. Dang. You really got to get that. It's by Amaterasu 16. Love your name, love your Abby, by the way. It is a 77 chapter story. It has almost 3,000 reads and 159 votes. That's sad, people. You guys should really love the story. I love the story because it is so interesting. And such a good job with this character. Now, in the story, Loki is free from his cell, but now he has to be thrown in an arranged marriage with a woman that he believes is fully human. Now, Loki, we all know he's very adamant and probably ignoring this union, leaving his new wife to find ways to make the marriage work and restore happiness to both their lives. Now, this is a Loki slash Sephira fanfiction. Now, Sephira being Amaterasu's character that she made. And man, in the story, man, I can relate with her so much in this. Wow. It's creepy how that happens, but it's true. I also like to use, did you use Selena Gomez as like your inspiration in this? Really good, by the way. Really, really good. Okay, but I will say, yes, and the story is very steamy. Dang. Dang. Woo! Okay, so this one I'm currently reading. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're in our last one right now. The last story, which is actually the one I'm currently reading, it is called, drumroll please. It's a very long drum roll, sorry. It's called The Favorite Princess. I'm going into princesses now. Yes, I know, I am. And this, I'm sorry, I just hit the wrong button on my phone. Now I don't want to share yet. I'm trying to read the info. Stupid phone. Now, this story has 51 chapters, 3,200 reads, and 101 votes. People vote more. If you like the book, please vote. There's a reason why there's so many reads there. If you read it, please vote if you liked it. Don't be so mean. Now, I have hair actually falling on me and I can't move. I'm also wearing Harry Potter Hogwarts shirt. I shall take a picture. And, email it to myself and I'll show you what I'm wearing. It's cute. I don't know why I randomly said that. I love they use the picture, by the way. Really do. But, so, we're following the story. This girl's name is Princess Annabella Kingston. I love those names because some British. And her mom and dad rule this kingdom they're in. And her brother is to be the next ruler and her sister after him. But the thing is, no one likes them except Annabelle. And everyone favors Annabelle, but she's the youngest. Now, at the age of 16, her sister was murdered by assassins, common thing. And she was in the same room with her, but they just left her alone. As if they didn't see her. Now, when she turned 17, her brother Alexon was poisoned and is still slowly dying a year later. Obviously, these people do not like her, her family. Now, she was never expected to actually rule the kingdom, which is the kingdom of Aldron. That's not a reference, I don't think, to the movie, I don't think. Let alone be their favorite princess. Heck, she never learned the things on how to rule, if that helps in this case. As she finds out how to help her kingdom. She finds new friends, makes a few enemies, and finds out the truth to her past that made all this become real. Um, but it gets really deep. I really liked it, though. I really did. I don't think there was a second book. I wish there was. I really do. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. This is also by Off-Road Girl. I like the name of that, Off-Road Girl. Nice. Um, and did I put her in the description too? No, I did not. Great job, me. I got so sidetracked. I'm so sorry. So, that was our last book. I apologize that I randomly ranted a lot. Yeah, yeah. Basically. Yep. I really did rant a lot. Oh. I, I love Michaela's heart. Oh, yay! I got three authors here. So, quick announcement at the end here. So in my last review, which was Flarity's Top 15 Stories review that I did with Kate Rogers, or Speak No Evil Stories, who did the final Bride of Dracula, Goddess Rose, and the author for but so Kate Rogers, Aubrey Jackson, and Michaela's Heart. There's three authors that I'm following, and they have followed me and loved my reviews. Have actually commented some updates for me. So Michaela's Heart said thank you, and that she's so glad I I finally got around to reviewing Goddess Rose for her. Hold on, I actually got to pull up the video part itself, but me basically talking. So, Michaela's Heart, you really loved it. Okay, so don't worry. I'm actually gonna review. I'm gonna say what you commented because it was so sweet. So Michaela's Heart a week ago had commented that she said, "Thank you. I'm so glad you finally got around to reviewing Goddess Rose for me." Laugh emoji. I hope you can find time in your busy schedule to check out the sequel as well. It's called Amy's Dream, and all that. I also liked how it's a humorous aspect in there. I really did, Michaelis. I read it. I'm actually up to the current update. I do. I do like how you have the humorous aspects into them. It's really good. And thank you for letting the review. I'm looking forward to hear more from me. And then Speak No Evil has stated there is a third book titled Demon's Drink. Also, it's mostly just based on the lore more so than a particular film, game, or TV series. She did pull different facts and events in the different popular depictions, but that's about it. And she hopes you all would enjoy Demon's Drink. You can really tell that her writing style matures and gets better, as Kat also does the same thing. Love it. Actually, because I get commented because my nickname is Kat. All my friends have told me that. And then Aubrey Jackson, thank you so much for reviewing my story. She's the author for The Final Bride of Dracula, and I also noticed it was updated recently. So, but I would let you all know. So there's some updates. I love updating. I love the updates. I'm just quickly checking around. Yes, Michaelis, I did actually read it. I loved it. It was really good. Yeah. So that is the end today of our review. I know it ended so quickly. That too, how it ended so fast. But all things come to an end. Actually, I also wanted to tell you, Daughter of Discord episode 2 bloopers are out from Disney Fanatic 2364. I just randomly want to tell you that because I really don't know why actually I said that. I get another subscriber! Thank you. So nice. I don't care really much for, like, who subscribes to me and all that. I'm just happy that people actually are liking what I'm doing. I really am happy, though, that people actually like me talking so much. Wow. I'm just looking at the analytics here. Again, I actually don't know what that means, but yeah. Wow. Oof. 11s. Oh. Well, those people who dislike my videos, it won't affect me. But I will tell you, the top video that has been, like, has the most views, most watch times, it's my Black Butler Circus, the Book of Circus reaction videos. I don't even know if that was my first video, but Flarity top 15 Wattpad stories. I think maybe the second kind. And my Flarity, Jinx, and Shadow Strike react to Death Battle, Gets versus Nightmare are the ones that are at the top right now. Oh wow, I'm actually popular in Alaska too. Huh. Oh cool, Japan actually likes me. And the female population likes me, yay. I don't know why this actually affects me, I don't know. Yeah. Let me see, so basically, whew. Oh yeah, if y'all haven't actually know, I created actually my channel, or my channel back in 2012, but I didn't actually officially start until a few years ago. I don't know why, but it's just what happened. I don't really always know. Let's see. But I'm happy you guys are actually liking what I'm saying. I gained 13 subscribers, but I did lose 2, but that's okay. It happens. And it's, nobody's perfect. I mean, and there's a range, there's a reasons why some people may have unsubscribed to me. Doesn't affect me personally, no. Because maybe some of the things I said were not really interesting. That happens. Like, don't know why it says I'm offline. I am online right now. I'm okay with that. But to me personally, I'm not picky. I don't care really if, like, how many I get. Really, I'm just glad you guys like the content I'm giving. But I just wanted to tell you, all this. I don't know why. It's just interesting. YouTube has really made my life interesting. So, before I keep jabbering on too long, it's already almost 10:30 at night. I'm tired. But you can't tell. Probably couldn't. Also, just to let you know, this icon that's currently on here probably will not be changed thanks to my stupid computer deleting all my artwork I did, so I can't really do anything with it. But I like my picture, so I'm keeping it. It's official. This is my official icon. But anyway, I will work harder and get the next 10 Wattpad stories. Personally, I think, which stories have I not touched yet? I might have. I know I've gotten into the mafia stories, but I like to look up the arranged marriage stories. Is probably um the best sources because I can't find any Chronicles and Narnia's OC story, male character X OC story on Wattpad. But I did manage to find some on fanfiction.net, which is another obviously popular app I'm on a lot. Um, well, yeah, basically. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? I was forgetting something. I know I am. Um, oh, I never did tell you the couples that I was going to refer to. So let me just do that. It's not long. Shouldn't be. So I know it's mainly, I think this mainly covers anime characters, though. I haven't figured out for like TV series, except one. Except one. But here's the list before I forget. So I already obviously said Lena Inverse and Gaura Gabrielle from Slayers, all the Slayer series. Then Toga Inutana, Sana Nikito, Alucard Ceres. The others here are Castle and Becca from the Castle series, which is officially canceled. It's sad but true. And then there's Amu and Ito from Shikukata, Naruto and Hinata, Inuyasha Kagome, Holo and Lawrence from Spice and Wolf, Edward and Winry. Again, I'll make exceptions. Natsu Lucy, Gajil and Levi, Genosuke and Obito from Basilisk, Kyoya and Toru, or if you're Yuki and Toru, whichever. Ryuki and Ichigo from Bleach, Usagi, Misaki. You don't know who those are, shame on you, but you're probably not as big a fan as I am right now, though. But Taiga, Ryuji from Toradora, Risa and Otani from Lovely Complex, Haruki and Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club, Ichigo and Kishu, or Zoe and Dren, I think his name is in English, from Miu Power or Tokyo Mew Mew, Takano and Ritsu. Also, if you don't know those two names, shame on you, fans. Ren and Kyoko from Skip Beat, Tomoe and Nanami from Hajime Mashita, Kami-sama Hajime Mashita, sorry. Haru and Shizuku. Shoot. I can't remember the anime from God dang it. I have it on Wattpad. Miketsukami and Ryuichio from God dang it. X Boku, that's what it is. Sobi and Ritsuka. You also don't know who they are. Shame. Goku and Chi-Chi, CL and Elizabeth. Sorry for you, Sebastille fans. I do like them. I do like Sebastille. But it's common for Elizabeth and CL to get along. Celti and Shinra. Did I say that right? Yeah. Yeah. From Durara. Kushina Minato from Naruto. Panty and Brief. If you don't know that anime, it's called Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. Funny as heck anime ever. I love Caitlin Glass. I love her. Simon and Nia from Tangentopa and Gurlagen. Solamaka, Yukito, and Mizuo from My Little Monster, I think. I think so. We're almost done. Shin X Maria, if you don't know, it's from manga, but it's Akuma no Eros. Sorry. Did I skip Ira and Kotoko? I probably did skip Ira and Kotoko. Ira and Kotoko are from Itazuro na Kiss, or it started with a kiss. Love that anime. Ross and Armitage from Armitage 3, the anime. I did a review. I did actually an anime review on them. Most of these I actually did an anime review on. Toya and Aya. I forgot their from again. Dang it. Again, it's on Wattpad. Isaac and Maria from Bakano. Narumi and Kiri. I forgot the from Beauty Pop. It's a manga. It's really good. My favorite manga. Jito and Mimiko from Black Blood Brothers. I did a review on them. Haji and Seiya from Blood Plus, or is it Blood? It's Blood Plus, yeah. Page, and then we're done. Then it's Yuji and Marlene from Blue Gender. I had another one. It's from Blue Seed. Momiji and Kusanagi from Blue Seed. Then there's Shaoran and Sakura from Cardcaptors and Tsubasa Chronicles, of course. Hideki and Chi from Chobits. Got Chrono and Rosette from Chrono Crusade. Yubak Jung and Shinbae. It's a manga. It's from Crazy Girl Shinbae. Akira and Mina. Mina Taps from Dance in the Vampire Bund. Then there's I just said Akira. Sorry. You got D and Randy. If you don't know the anime, shame on you. It's from Fake. I love it. Beaky and Carol, also from Fake. Same anime. Sosuke and Haname. From Kaname. Sorry, I can't read my cursive. From Full Metal Panic. From that anime. Takuto and Mitsuki. Shoot, I forgot the anime again. Tamahome and Miyaka from Fushigi and Yugi. Natsume and Mikan from Gakuen Alice. Urza and Jalal. That's what you saying that right? I'm probably saying it wrong, but from Fairy Tail. Tamari and Shikamaru from Naruto. Sailor Moon X and Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. Hitomi and Vaughn. And then lastly, Ahiru and Fakir from Princess Tutu. Now, all these couples, majority-wise, some probably I can't remember the animes from, but I do love them. And, of course, some of these animes, some of the male characters, I make exceptions for OC stories with, if I can find them. But those are the couples that I usually don't touch or usually don't interfere with in the stories because I love them being together and I feel like they fit together. But as always, I will make exceptions if the stories are really good. So before I continue blathering on like a complete and utter dummy, I hope you like this video and or review. I know I wasn't really fully prepared, but I promise in the next video I will be prepared. It's just things kind of got in the way. And it probably will come in this week because I got cousins coming over for until Saturday or so. So that'll be fun. I'm kidding. I love them. As always, if you like these stories, comment below which one's your favorite. And also, if you have a Wattpad story or if you're on Wattpad, if not, you should totally join it. It's interesting. And also install the app. It's in your app store, of course. But also so is fanfiction.net's app. I just personally like Wattpad. Also, if you have a story you wanted me to check out, if it's completed, and it's like a male character XOC, comment below what it's titled, and I will check it out. As long as it follows the rules that I stated earlier on in the review. And also, if you liked these stories, comment below why you liked them and what you feel was really good about them. Also, to you authors out there who are notified of this review, comment below if you have any updates or if there's another book that's tagged along in the stories. If I felt I've done your review justice, or I shouldn't say justice, really. If you felt I did a good job telling your story. And again, this is all short minute. I ran out of time, basically. So, I apologize. I was not prepared. What am I forgetting? Oh yes. If you liked my video, hit that little button down there that says subscribe, because I do all these reviews, mainly 10 if I mess up a time, but mostly 10, that I do these reviews every Sunday. I usually do around 8, 8:30, and goes on till 10 maybe, if I jibber jabber too much. And all these reviews are books I usually have read. And of course, if I didn't get to do your book, I apologize. Things got in the way and all that. I usually just pick ones I finished or I'm close to finishing or I felt I really liked. Doesn't mean that if I didn't do your book on this video, doesn't mean I'm not ever going to do your book. I will do everybody's book. It's just, there's this tops of this week. So, I'm going to stop here before I jibber jabber anymore. So, yeah. That's the end of this live hangout. It's what's called, but I call it a live recording. So, again, hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. As always, your girl Flarity here is gonna go. Bye-bye.